It's time for the unboxing video for the new Dave Asprey Influencer Box that we ship to you quarterly. If you're watching this video and you don't know about this, you can go to biohacked.com, and every 3 months I find a bunch of neat stuff that I think is noteworthy in the world of biohacking and things that just fit into the bulletproof lifestyle, and I pull them together and you get a really good deal on it. This time, we are joined by my dog Merlin, who just felt like he really wanted to be a part of this box video, so he's here. And what these videos are for is just to walk you through all the stuff you're getting, why I chose it for you, and why it's cool. So without any further ado, I can tell you that the value of this box was $174, and you got it for $100, which is a really good deal, and it's just got neat stuff in it. All right, and now my dog's pinning my arm down. See how this works? Good dog, Merlin. All right, here we go. First thing you'll find when you open one of these boxes is you get a bunch of cool papers. There's a book that explains why you're getting all the things that are in this, and a bunch of coupons for things that are in here. And in no particular order, I'm just going to open this thing up and walk through it with you so you can see what it is. All right, first thing that's on top, at least on top of my box when I'm opening it, is some affirmation cards. And you're like, oh geez, what's an affirmation card? All right, here's why I chose these things for you. They're actually so cool that they were one of the gifts that I gave to Bulletproof employees for Christmas. And it goes back to when I was 16. I read the Napoleon Hill book, Think and Grow Rich, which is one of the first like modern personal development books. And it just talked about the value of an affirmation. And I wrote an affirmation on my mirror that said, I'm going to make, let's see, I'm going to make $1 million by the time I'm 23. And I'm this 16-year-old who doesn't really understand how hard this is and really didn't have the right goals anyway. And I can tell you affirmations don't work because, well, I made $6 million when I was 26. So clearly. Anyway, I didn't say and keep it because I lost all that money when I was 28. So I had this brief success, and then the affirmation was the only thing that worked. But I can tell you that affirmations matter, and so does humor. So these cards by Knock Knock are hilarious, and you can just draw one. There's basically different games you can play with them. But you open it up, a professional comedian wrote these cards. So I'm just going to pick one at random and you'll see what I'm talking about. There's something in each one that is worth thinking about in your own life, but you can laugh while you're doing it. So if I can get this one out. Worthiness. I am worthy of the ultimate happiness. I deserve and accept it, and damn it, I'm not going to feel guilty about it when I get it. Guilt is not invited to my happiness party. I won't even tell him where it is. If he asks about it, I'll be like, no, I think you're thinking of something else, and then I'll run away very quickly. So what's going on here is, all right, you're programming yourself to think about happiness and that you deserve it, but it's got some humor in there. And you'll find when you read through these things, they're cool, they're positive, and you probably want to write your own affirmations, but this is a good starting point. And hey, it's got a sparkly unicorn on the front. It's awesome. So there's one of the things that I actually even use it with my kids because it's funny, as long as you don't mind your kids hearing, damn it. There isn't a lot of other swearing in there. All right, next up, let's get something big. This is something that I was really, really pleased to be able to bring in. This is a $65 value, and this is a set of headphones. You can use them with an iPhone with a little adapter, and they're not noise canceling, but they block all EMF from going into your ears. When you use wired headphones, they act like an antenna, and some of the cell phone signal actually goes up inside your ear canal. It's not like you need to avoid all EMFs everywhere and live in a cave somewhere. That's not going to work for you. But if you can minimize your exposure, especially if you spend many hours a day on the phone, what these guys do, which is really cool, and these are from Defender Shield, what they do is they have the speaker and the wiring far away from the ear, and it transmits sound through a hollow tube that goes into your ear. So they sound the same as normal headphones. And what I liked about these is that I went through 6 pairs of these like 8-9 years ago of an early prototype of this idea, and they just kept breaking. These are super well made. Defender Shield is a well-known EMF protection company. If you've been a long-time subscriber to the box, you actually got one of their pads or basically boards you put your laptop on, because if you have a laptop running Wi-Fi on your lap, frying your reproductive organs, whether you're a man or a woman, doesn't really matter. the ability to block that is a really good strategy. So I'm not saying no EMFs ever, but I am saying that EMFs affect voltage-gated calcium channels in your mitochondria, and they cause inflammation over time. They can make you weak. So just do intelligent choices. This is an easy way to cut down on that. So what it looks like is that. And it's this tube right here, this kind of gray colored tube. Use these like normal headphones. I'm actually really excited to have these in my own stable because I didn't know there's a high-end one like this until I found these in the last couple months. So we got those for you, and they're totally worth using for those long phone calls. Next up, got you a little sample of Performance Nut Butter. This stuff is really nice. It's nothing but macadamia, coconut, cashews, and sea salt. So super clean ingredients. It's not something that you're probably going to get through TSA unless you put it in a little baggie because it's considered a liquid here. But it tastes really, really delicious, and it's better than just saying almond butter or something. So you might take this and squeeze it on a meal where you would have used a nut butter, and you'll find it's super tasty and delicious, and it gets you, cashews, macadamias, and of course, just straight up coconut. So enjoy. It's just creamy and delicious. In fact, I've been fasting for 40 hours right now. I might break my fast with some of that after my bulletproof coffee. Next up, let's see what we want to do here. This is from Branch Basics, and one of the things that really matters is that when you age, when you look at how you're performing, it's all about death by 1,000 cuts. It's not like getting exposed to relatively small amounts of things are going to just knock you out right now. Can they slow your reaction time? Yes, some household cleaners can be really, really nasty for you. So Branch Basics is a new line of extremely clean things. So we've got you a cleanser formula with plants and minerals, completely non-toxic, 100% biodegradable, non-GMO, no dyes, fragrances. You can use it on dishes, laundry, around the house, which is the concentrate. And there's some stuff that removes harsh stains, things like grease and things like that. And they ship super concentrated, so you're not just paying to ship water to you. And the bottle system works with concentrate, so you can do all kinds of stuff. This is a travel kit, so you can see how it works. This is a lot of stuff because you amplify it with water, basically. You'll just get a coupon code for what's on the website. And I have a real hard time finding something that I'm willing to spray in my house to do cleanup because, like, look, the deal is I don't want to put it in my environment or on my skin if I wouldn't be willing to put it in my mouth. I'm not necessarily going to eat this stuff. It probably wouldn't taste very good, but the ingredients are that clean that you could. And that's the standard that I want for my kids and frankly for Merlin here, although he's 12 and he's pretty much chilled out now. But look, you're going to clean your house anyway. You might as well do it with something that doesn't take something away from you. And this is a really good company to work with on that. All right, next up, we've got two more things. One of them is for your brain. And you've probably heard of fidget spinners, at least you have kids like mine. Like my son is obsessive about these things. But this isn't a fidget spinner because that would be just weird. What this is called a fidget cube. It's a $10 value, but take it when you get your box, open it up, and just hold it in your hand with this roundy part by your finger. It's strangely addictive. You just kind of hold it. It feels good to the nerves in your hands. You got a ton of nerves in your hands and feet. And when you're pondering, creating, or just on a call and just really focused, there's something weird that happens when you just kind of have this in your hand and you sort of feel it. It's just interesting enough on each side that you want to keep touching it. And it removes distractions when you really want to be in that kind of altered, focused state. I can't tell you exactly how this kind of thing works, but I can tell you that I noticed a difference. There's just something really cool about it. And it's very different than those spinnery kind of things, even though they call it fidget. So play with it when you get it. I'm not even kidding you. Having this on your desk is going to help your brainstorming, and that's why it's here for you. And the final thing is something I'm also really just impressed with. And this is something that I've been looking for a long time. It is a retail value of $65, and it's called Pure Mineral Sunshield. Now you can say, seriously, Dave, you're excited about sunscreen? What kind of a dork are you? But here's the deal. Sunscreen universally has problems with it. The stuff that's micronized titanium dioxide, micronized minerals, these nanoparticles, enter our cell membranes because they're so small, and we don't really know what they do. But they're probably better than the hormone disruptors that's in most sunscreen. So you're like, wow, I probably didn't want to get sunburned, but I also needed some natural sun exposure. And I would say don't put any sunscreen, including this, on until you've gotten at least 20 minutes of sun exposure. Did anyone tell you that minor amounts of UVA and UVB actually increase collagen synthesis in your skin? They do. So it's good for you to get some sun on your skin. Too much sun, if you're going to be out all day, is a bad thing. So what this is a powder form that is made of basically minerals, and no chemicals, no fragrance, no preservatives, nothing I wouldn't put on my skin. And this is a Biohacked exclusive release, and this is not available to the public right now. And they're in the middle of launching it, but they basically said, all right, we're happy to get this for people who subscribe to the Dave Asprey box because it's that good. It's also got a bunch of antioxidants and nutrients that actually help to nourish your skin, so you don't have to worry about what happens as you age if you get some sun. There's tons of doses in this thing, so it should last a long time, and there's a coupon card in the box, and you're the first people on earth to get this stuff. And when you look at it, it's basically, there's a pump here, and it just does, basically, there you go. I just put a bunch of it in my hand. And what you do is you basically smear it on anywhere you want sun protection. So I would say don't put any sunscreen on for the first few minutes, but after that, you might want to put some of this stuff on. You can put it on your face, put it on your hands, wherever you want to go, and it provides that kind of protection, and it just looks like your skin. It's pretty cool stuff. So this is stuff I put on my kids if they're going to go out, and well, apparently I put on my pants too, but hey, that's just because I'll put on my dog too. There, how's that? Anyway, I'm a huge fan of like real sun protection and still allowing yourself to get some sun. I've never been happy with any sunscreen that I've been able to find. I'm happy with this stuff, which is super cool. And that's Sun Shield by Pure Minerals. And there's one more thing that comes in the box, and it's a golden ticket. And it doesn't mean that you necessarily want it, but the way golden tickets work with this box is every now and then I come across something that is awesome, and I want you to know about it, but it's just too expensive to put in a box for everyone, because I'd have to raise the price of the box very substantially for you, which I don't think you'd want to do. So I want you to know about it. And a few people actually got a ticket in their box. You basically redeem the ticket, and we send you one of these for free. And what this is something called the VitaClay Chef. And in order to show you this, I'm going to have to put Merlin on the floor. And since he's blind, I don't want to fall down the stairs. So if I jump up and grab the dog, you'll know why I did that. All right, Merlin, you chill, all right? See if he'll lay at my feet. Yeah, you're a good dog. All right, here's what this thing is. It's the VitaClay Chef. What the heck is that, you might say? Well, here's the deal. The way you cook your food really matters. And cooking your food at lower temperatures can be really, really beneficial for you, so you don't damage fats and denature some of the proteins that you don't want to denature. Some proteins you actually do when you cook them. And food preparation matters way more than people think. If you're eating fried stuff, you're damaging oils by even like stir frying, you're basically doing it wrong, and you get those oxidated fats into your cell membranes, and then you have problems with it. So you might want to use a slow cooker like this. The problem is a lot of them are aluminum, or they have some nonstick coatings, which can leach into your food. I don't worry as much about nonstick coatings if it's an occasional use and low temperature, because higher temperatures make them worse. But seriously, like Teflon is just not good for you, and I prefer to have no Teflon when I can avoid it. So most of my cookware is ceramic or clay. I've never been able to find one of these things that has a clay pot inside. This stuff uses something called Xia clay, which is traditionally used in China. It doesn't leach chemicals into your food, enhances flavor, and speeds cooking time since it's an effective insulator. So basically, you can make rice, which is great because you can do that bulletproof rice thing where you put brain octane in the rice and you cook and cool it, so you get a lot of resistant starch without the glycemic effects that normally come from just plain rice. And clay can actually make flavor molecules bigger, which is kind of cool. So if you won one of those tickets, awesome. If you're looking for a way to do healthy cooking with the proper cooking surfaces, this is the only game in town. I've never found anything that has the right stuff inside it. That's like a mix of an ancient technology you put like in a fireplace with digital control. The other thing I liked about this is that every slow cooker I've ever seen basically says it has to be 170 degrees. But you might want to do something a little bit lower temperature. So this even has the ability to go down as low as yogurt temperatures, where you want to like make your own yogurt at home, which is kind of fun if you tolerate dairy that well. So on that note, some people got the golden ticket, and if you didn't get it, you got a coupon in there so you can get a VitaClay at a lower cost than what it cost you otherwise. And if you never get a VitaClay, you're still a good person, but this is one of those neat things that I've added to my kitchen, which I think is really cool for you. On that note, you got $174 of value, and you didn't have to spend all your time going out and finding what's cool. And you are going to absolutely love that little fidget cube. I'm not even kidding. Just try it on the phone. Try it for brainstorming, and something interesting will happen to your brain. And just the sunscreen, the Bluetooth headset. I think we brought a ton of value for you this quarter, and I look forward to seeing you next quarter. If you are not subscribed and you're seeing this video, go to biohacked, biohacked.com, and you can sign up, and you'll get a ton of value and stuff that's already vetted by me and just stuff that I like. So thank you very much. Have an awesome day.